things that make me actually sit down and write a song are, in a way, always different, because it's always kind of it's generally quite a strong emotional feeling about something, and that's always different. I mean, not to be morbid, but in the last couple of years, a couple of people that I've known have died, and those things have inspired like writing certain songs that I have over the last kind of year or two. So songwriting is a real cathartic thing for me in that way. It's a way of really kind of dealing with emotions or sort of things that I'm kind of going through at the time. So I mean, it's always different. It just depends on what's going on at the moment, really. So it's never any one particular thing, but I just find that sitting down and just playing something and just coming up with words or whatever and creating something is just a way of kind of dealing with different stuff. It's difficult to say that there are favourite songs on the album, and some of the songs I wrote more than 5 or 6 years ago, and some of them I wrote maybe 6 months ago, so they've changed. I feel like they've changed a lot. The way that I write, the way that my writing has developed, I think has changed quite a lot over that time. Inner Peace is actually probably one of my favourites, because the way that developed, I started writing that with a friend of mine in California when I was there last year, and we were just jamming with some ideas and we recorded it, and then when I came home I really sort of kept working on it, and it was just constantly in my head for months. And eventually I sort of came up with a bridge to it, and it was just like this, wow, this is great sort of feeling about how it developed for me. And the funny thing is, I don't think it's necessarily other people's favourite song, but I just think for me the way that it developed as a song is kind of sort of special to me, I suppose.
Where do we go from here? With silence all around. You say to me, close your eyes. We're blinded.
And the collaboration of writing this album has been really interesting. I wasn't really sure what it would be like, because you're kind of relinquishing an element of control over the whole recording process to someone else, but I think it's good to kind of let go and let someone else kind of have an input into what you're doing, because it changes it and kind of adds a whole other dimension to it. So the interesting thing about that for me is that at the end of it there's 2 different kind of angles or approaches to a lot of the same songs, which aren't extremely different. So it's just made it a bigger kind of a wider kind of taste or style. It's broadened the style of the whole album, and I think made it better than it would have done if it had just been me doing it, because it's actually quite difficult to record and produce an album of songs on your own without sort of bouncing ideas off someone else. So I think it's better for it.
Remember, you can do the same thing again, you can chop.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I was singing the right thing over it.
You could actually even redo the guitars or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It sounds to me more like a piano part, and then bring it in, build it. It sounds to me like it's something that you could bring in slowly, and then just build everything up, strings, and right towards the end.
Yeah, in the end you might not even hear the guitar.
Yeah, you just might bring drums and everything in at the end.
Mm.
Sounds to me like it's one of them where it starts.
Yeah, you could start with the guitar, couldn't you, and then just get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's not only you that understands. It's only